The block of shlokas from 10 to 16, 7 shlokas in the third chapter. We'll take that block together. Shloka numbers 10 to 16, 7 shlokas in the third chapter. They deal with the cosmic cyclic yajna. This is a unique thought that the ancient rishis contributed. They did not see the phenomena in nature as discrete events, unrelated events. Nature phenomena includes all the people's lives also are included in it. The way people live on this planet, and if there be people in other planets, the way animals live and the plants live, and the way the sun shines and the moon and the planets all revolve around the sun, all of these phenomena, rain that happens, clouds that form, they saw all these phenomena, including people's lives, everything not as discrete events, unrelated events, but as a chain of interdependent events. Each event gives rise to the next stage, next event, and that causes something, and that causes, the cycle is completed. They saw it as a cyclic phenomenon, a cycle of phenomena, all interrelated. Nothing happens independently in isolation in nature. Everything happens in relation to something else in nature. Any small event in our lives happens, it has an antecedent and something that follows it. Something precedes it and something follows it. And that in the whole of nature, everywhere in the cosmos, not only on this planet. And they gave a unique term to indicate this chain of interdependent, interconnected events. They call it yajna. Yajna. Yajna also involves another dimension to it. Yajna involves giving up something in order to get something else. But the emphasis is on giving up. Yajna means giving up. This morning, many of you were there, we were doing yajna. When we do the yajna, it's a symbolic yajna, but that yajna has to go on all the time in our hearts. But it is easy to externalize things, easy to do outside things, using surrogates. Instead of setting up the fire of knowledge in my heart, and offering all my desires and weaknesses and anger and everything, I set up a fire outside in the Homa Kunda, and I offer ghee and Homa Samagri and chant the mantra. Which is easier? This one externally. So it is easy to externalize things and do it in a symbolic way, but it has to happen inwardly. That is true yajna. In yajna, what the mantra that Gurukul was chanting this morning, he was saying, Om Suryaya Namaha Idam Namama, Om Suryaya Swaha Idam Namama, he was saying, Om Vayave Swaha Idam Namama, he was saying like this. And every time he said Swaha, we put some Yajnavati or ghee. The four of us were sitting in there. We saw that one. So what does it mean? This offering I am making to the deity, Surya or Vayu or Indra or whoever. Om Aim Sarvadeva Deva Swarupa Sri Ram Krishnaya Swaha. Sri Ram Krishna to Swami Devi, not to any other intended deity. Through the medium of fire. Why fire is there? Because fire has the capability to act as a transmitter. It's a conveyor. It's a conveyor. Like a conveyor belt. I put this samagri on this side of the conveyor belt, it reaches the person on the other side of the conveyor belt. Indra, Swama, Agni, or Vayu, or Sri Ramakrishna, whoever is there. So I write the address on it. Them Swamaya Namaha. So it goes to Swama. And then I immediately add Namama. That Namama is the yajna part in it. This I am offering to Surya or Indra or Agni or Vayu or Sri Ramakrishna or my chosen ideal. But this is not mine. This never was mine. And even now it is not mine, because even if I thought it was mine, I am just giving up that. Mine also I am giving up. The notion that it was mine is also given up. Not only the material is given up, but the idea that I was the owner or I am the owner is also given up. That is the essence of yajna. Essence of yajna is to shed our upadhis. You are a bundle of upadhis hiding the self inside. If you analyze the human personality, what is the picture that emerges? At the very core of this personality, there is that pure consciousness which we call Atman in Vedanta. Ishvaraha sarva bhutanam hriddeshe Arjuna tishtati 1861, I think. 18 chapter 61. I think so. O Arjuna, in the hearts of all the beings, sarva bhutanam hriddeshe Ishvaraha tishtati, the Lord is sitting. Hriddesha means the core, as the most central part of our personality. Most important part of our personality is the presence of the Lord. Everything else that we see from outside, the body, mind, ego, and sense organs, and clothes we are wearing, the car we are driving, other things we have, these are all the outer layers which are added on and which can be removed also. They come and go. They are not the essential parts of our personality. The most essential part of our personality is the conscious core within, which is the divine element present within us all. That only we have right to keep, because that is what we truly are. Everything else added on is an adjunct, not intrinsic, but added on. Something that is not intrinsic, but simply added on, is also temporary. It will also go. Just as it came in the same way it will go. It is not the integral part of the self. It is not the intrinsic part of the self. It is an added on element. But it has a purpose at some point, at some time, and then it leaves. Even before they are physically shed, now also internally we should give up the notion that this is my body, my property, my money, my car, my house, my children, my spouse. That my has to be given up. That is the essence of yajna. We are trying to understand what is the concept of yajna. The central notion in yajna is to give up the adjective mine. ये मेरा है, मेरापन को त्याग कर दे. This is mine. We cannot say about anything. What is mine? What belongs to me really? If you really think about it deeply, we realize that there is no such thing as a mine at all. None whatever. What do we really own? It makes a nice topic for a Sunday lecture. What do we really own? But we are always saying this is mine, this is mine, this is mine. So when a baby is born to parents, the parents take the baby to the nearest temple and keep the baby there on the altar and say, "Oh Lord, this is your baby." And then we take it back also, because we don't leave the baby there. Always temple authorities will not be happy. And then we take care of the baby. What is our role? On behalf, we are babysitters. We are not parents, we are babysitters. If you have children, remember you are babysitters only. How long will the babysitter will be required until they finish high school? And then you pay only the bills. And after they get their job, then that also stops. and only occasional phone calls and text messaging or emails are not even that. So we are in effect telling God, this is yours, this is not mine. That is yajna. Keeping the baby on the altar, it can be done in your home also. You don't have to go to a temple. At home also we have a small picture, image or some selfie or puja room. Rakhuram की story आपको याद है ना? Rakhuram story you remember? How can you not remember? Rakhuram, Swami Brahmarupananda. You are just answering like Shvetaketu answered this. That young man who went back from the Gurukulam to his father's house after finishing 12 years of study in the Gurukulam. The father asked him, did your teacher tell you all this? Do you know these things? The boy says, no, our teacher did not know. He never told us. Then he thought he will escape. But the father didn't leave him there. You come in, I will teach you now. So, he taught him Tattvamasi. That's how we got Tattvamasi. So I have to do the same thing now. Because you said I didn't tell you anything about the story. Really went, not story. It's somewhere in Bihar, there was a poor family in the 18th century, end of 18th century, in the 19th century. 19th century. Year is not known. A little boy, a baby boy was born to that poor family. The parents were not also illiterate, they were illiterate workers. Then when the baby was born, they took the baby to the Rama temple nearby, kept the baby at the feet of Lord Sri Rama, and gave the baby the name Rakhuram. Baby was named Rakhuram. Rakhuram means what? Oh Ram, you keep it, you take care of it. And then when they took the baby, I took it back to their hut and just whatever they could. Unfortunately, what happened when the boy was only very young, 5, 6 years old or 8 years old, the parents died. Father and mother died. And the boy had no chance to go to school. And then there was an uncle. That uncle was a compassionate man, but he was also not a well-to-do person. He was also a very poor person, didn't have anything. But he took care of this little boy, nephew, and then they didn't know how to make a living in that village. So the uncle and the little boy, they both went to Calcutta, the big city, looking for some opportunity. So in Calcutta, they were looking for something to do here and there. Then the boy got a job as a domestic help in some gentleman's home. Ramchandra Datta was his name. And he was a young boy, so he used to help around the house, making chapati flour and taking the children to school, and washing the clothes, washing the utensils, dishwashing, all those things he was doing, and staying in that house. And the employer, the person of the house, Ramchandra Datta, he happened to be a devotee of Sri Ramakrishna. So occasionally, frequently he would go to Dakshineshwar to see Sri Ramakrishna, and he would come home and tell what he saw, what he heard. I went to see Sri Ramakrishna Thakur today. He told this, and there were other people, there was this person, that person, and this is what they asked, and this is what he said. Like this he would recount his visit to Sri Ramakrishna. This boy used to listen to that and he became interested. I also want to go and see that Mahatma whom this gentleman goes and sees every now and then. He asked one day, will you take me, sir, next time when you go there? He said, yes, you can go with me. So next time when Sri Ramachandra Datta went to Dakshineshwar to see Sri Ramakrishna, he took along this boy. His name was Rakhuram, but they used to call him Latu. Rakhuram was abbreviated to Latu. Then Latu went to Dakshineshwar. This Lotto had never gone to school, didn't know how to read and write. And when he sees in the room, there's Sri Ramakrishna is sitting there, Thakur, they used to call him, and about 10-12 people, devotees are sitting there, all are discussing about something about God, and I was very afraid how to go there, what they are discussing. All seem to be big people, scholars. So he stood outside the room. Occasionally he would peep in, just like this, to see Sri Ramakrishna, to catch a glimpse of him. Sri Ramakrishna saw somebody, this boy, standing outside and looking like this. And when they saw each other, that everything clicked. Immediately Sri Ramakrishna recognized the spiritual potential of this boy. He knew right away that this boy is not an ordinary boy. Though he is ordinary looking, he has great spiritual potential. He recognized that. So this happened a few times. Then one day Sri Ramakrishna told this Sri Ramachandra Datta, see, that boy who comes with you, he works in your home. I need somebody to help me here around. Can you bring him for a few days? Can he stay here to help me? I need someone to bring water from the river for taking bath and washing my clothes. I don't have any help here. Sri Ramachandra said, gladly I'll be happy to bring the boy here. He can stay here. So he was transferred to Dakshineshwar to live with Sri Ramakrishna. See how things, one thing led to another. So that boy started living there in Dakshineshwar with Sri Ramakrishna. Sri Ramakrishna took care of him, told him things to do, gave him errands to do, and they taught him a few simple things. But then he discovered that this boy didn't know how to read. Never went to school, never had the opportunity to go to school. But what to do? This boy was doing all the work diligently, whatever was given to him, but he didn't know how to read. So Sri Ramakrishna started teaching the alphabet, Bengali alphabet, to that boy. He would write 2 letters, and then ask him to pronounce it and write it. He would not be able to pronounce it properly. He would say something else. 3 days, Sri Ramakrishna tried hard to teach this boy the first 2-3 letters of the Bengali alphabet. The boy could not understand or master or be able to properly pronounce the first letters of the alphabet. After 3 days of hard work, Sri Ramakrishna became exasperated. He said, no, this is not going to work. Hey, Latu, this is not for you. Don't worry, you don't have to learn to read and write. It's hopeless. He said it is a hopeless task for you to learn to read the alphabet. But one day, the entire knowledge of the spiritual scriptures, Vedas and Vedanta, will flow from you, from your tongue. It's nothing like that. This boy never learned how to read or write any alphabet. So he grew up. And simple instructions Sri Ramakrishna gave this boy, understood, diligently followed. His quality was, whatever he was told to do, he would do it 100% concentration. He would not minimize or cut down anything. Whatever he was told to do, he would do it with 100% diligence. He would do it. So one day, Sri Ramakrishna told him how to meditate. So he was meditating with deep concentration. So in the evening time, many people were sitting there all meditating in Sri Ramakrishna's room. This boy, as we often do, started dozing off like this, his meditation. Like this, he is meditating, then he will again fall asleep like this. Sri Ramakrishna noticed that. Then he rebuked him, hey Latu, this is time for meditation, you are sleeping. Get up and wake up and meditate properly. Don't sleep when the time comes for meditation. Meditation time. So he rebuked him a little bit. That was enough. From that day, the boy took a vow that I am not going to sleep. I am not going to sleep. He never slept at night. During the day, in a 24-hour period, he would sleep for 2 hours during the day. All night he would meditate. All night, every night, rest of his life. That was the stuff of which he was made. So much deep meditation. One word was enough for Then one day Latu sat down for meditation on the stone steps leading to the river in Dakshineshwar, one of the steps. At that time the water level was quite below. But as the evening approached, the tide came, and then the water level began to rise. And the water slowly began to rise and came and touched his feet and came up to here. But to the body, touching the water, he is not aware. He is so deeply absorbed in meditation that he is not aware that water has come up to his legs. So there was another disciple of Sri Ramakrishna. Gopal was his name. So he tried to wake up Latu, get up, water is there, you know that your legs are immersed in water, get up and sit down someplace else. But he would not wake up. He was so deeply absorbed in meditation that he didn't hear. So the elder Gopal, he became a little bit concerned. He ran to Sri Ramakrishna, told him, Latu is meditating, water level is coming up, he is not waking up, we got to wake him up. So Sri Ramakrishna went, saw water level is rising, the boy is unaware, deeply absorbed in meditation. And then Sri Ramakrishna knew the technique how to bring him back from the deep meditation, woke him up. Another day what happened, if you have been to Dakshineshwar, there is the main temple of Kali, Kautarani Kali, and behind that is the Radha Krishna temple, and on the side, facing the river, there are 12 small lingas, each with a small room. 12 rooms with a big Shivalinga in the middle of each room. In one of those rooms, in front of the Shivalinga, Latu is sitting for meditation. It was summer time, very hot, and he began to perspire, but he is not aware. Everybody is very hot like this they are doing. No electricity, no fan, nothing, no air conditioning, those days. But he is unaware of anything. He is absorbed so deeply in meditation. He was profusely perspiring, but he was not aware of it at all. So somebody went and told Sri Ramakrishna, Latu is sitting there for meditation in front of a Shivalinga in a small Shiva temple. He is perspiring, he is not waking up from meditation. So Sri Ramakrishna went, saw, and he took a hand fan, and he started fanning Latu like this. Sri Ramakrishna is the teacher, Latu is the student. The teacher was serving the student. After some time, when the cool air was going, Latu slowly opens the eyes and sees his teacher is fanning him. He became a little bit embarrassed. He said, Sir, Thakur, I am here to serve you, and instead you are serving me. This is not good for me. He got up. You know what Sri Ramakrishna said when Latu said that one? Sri Ramakrishna said, I am not serving you, I am serving Shiva. He saw Shiva in Latu. I am not serving you, I am serving Shiva. Like this, Latu Maharaj grew up. And Sri Ramakrishna gave him sannyas with other people. His name was Swami Adbhutananda. Adbhuta means wonder. Great wonder. And such a boy who was completely illiterate, remained illiterate all his life, became a great saint. And later, the last few years of his life, he spent in Varanasi. And there, great scholars, Vedantic scholars used to go to him seeking clarification of intricate Vedantic concepts. And he would explain everything, never having read any book, all from experience. Now there is a book, How a Shepherd Boy Became a Saint. That is the title of the book. If you want to read more about Latu Maharaj, now that is the power of constant remembrance of God. This boy did not know any other grantha, any other scripture or Upanishad or anything. Constantly remembering God. So we were talking about yajna. Yajna means this child that was born, baby that was born to them, the parents offered it to the Lord. Sri Rama was there. So the ideal, Raktu Ram, not mine, We say Namama in Sanskrit, but they said in Hindi, Ramji after he spoke. You keep it, this is your baby. So you will bring it up as your agents, as the babysitters, as custodians, as manager. Everything like that. All the property we have, including the body, car, money, spouse, children, house, property, job, work, whatever we have, is all done in this state of total non-attachment, inward non-attachment. But doing everything, not stopping the action. You can't stop the action anyhow. Nahi kaschit kshanamapi jadu tishtati akarma. We just studied that in the 5th verse. You can't stop work. We continue to do the required duties. We cannot throw away all the possessions we need to keep. We need a place to stay. We need some money to buy groceries. We need some clothes to wear. We need a car to drive to work, and we need all those things we keep. But in our minds, we detach ourselves. Namama, ye mera nahi hai, ye uska hai. But it is in my name. The car title is in your name. House deed is in your name. In the children's school application, you say parents' name, you put your name, you don't say God. But you know that you are only acting on behalf of the true owner, as the agent, as the caretaker, as the babysitter, as the custodian, as the manager. He is the owner. He being the owner, it is our privilege that he has allowed us to take care of his property, the small part of his entire property. How long? As long as it pleases the true owner. It is up to him. He decides when to take it back. They can take all of this back in one stroke, in one fell swoop, as they say, or he can take one by one, including the body. He has given it to us for a certain purpose. We take good care of it. It is his property, not my body, but it is his gift to me. And he determines when he wants to take it back, call it back. He may take some parts of it slowly, or he may take all of it suddenly one day without notice. Either way, it's okay with me. As long as it is given to me to take care of this property of his, on his behalf as his agent, as his servant, so long I will do my best. But this is not mine. This never was mine. So therefore, when it leaves, when he takes it back, the owner had given the owner to take it back. I have done my part. I am thankful for this opportunity. I am thankful for this opportunity. So when we leave the body, this should be the thought in our mind. This should be. You have to practice it. We should be able to say, you have given me this body. It was imperfect in many ways, but that's what you thought I deserve. You gave me this body. I put it to good use. I did not misuse it. Did not use the body for bad purposes. I took reasonably good care of it. Whatever I could do, I did. When it became sick, I put medicine. When it was hungry, I put food. When it was tired, I slept. I have taken good care of it as well as I could. Now we are taking it back. Thank you for the opportunity. I am giving your body back to you, and I am free now. I am thankful, joyfully, thankfully, with gratitude, with a cheer, with a smile on our face, we leave the body. Taking it. I was not going to dictate, ask for anything, whether giving some the life or not. It is up to, leave it up to him. A true devotee, see, son is doing yajna, he was going to describe here. Now, is not this son doing yajna 24 hours probably? No, we have night, but son has no night. He is always giving up his energy, constantly giving up. That energy is what facilitates life on this planet. So see, the cloud is doing yajna. Let us understand. In nature, how yajna is happening, let us understand. The sea is performing yajna. Sea ocean is performing yajna all the time. How? By giving up the water in the form of vapors. So they form the clouds. The sea has done its sacrifice. It is not asking for anything back. We ask for things back. The sea doesn't ask for anything back. Water was there. It gave up a part of the water to the nature, back to nature. Now those vapors became clouds. And the clouds don't keep the water vapor. They, under certain conditions, they pour the water back to the land. So the clouds have done their yajna. Now all of this water becoming vapor into clouds and clouds giving back the water to the ocean and to the earth is made possible by the sun. If the sun's heat was not there, water will not become vapor. It will remain only water. It will become ice. So sun also gives up his heat all the time, and he is doing his yajna. Without asking for anything, what do we give back to sun? This Surya Namaha, it is only symbolic. He is not waiting for a spoonful of ghee, the sun shining in the sky, but for us it is an exercise in detachment. So, the sun is doing yajna. The wind is blowing to doing yajna. Mother Earth is doing yajna all the time. Every part of nature is doing yajna. And one thing leads to another. Sun's heat enabling the water to become vapor and clouds pouring back the water. That water enables the plants to grow. Plants provide food for animals and people. And people, they should not stop there. So that, please go to the 16th verse in the 8th chapter, 3rd chapter. See, we are at one point in the cycle. Human beings enter the picture. In what way we are there in the picture? We are recipients of the yajna that goes on constantly in nature. Sun is doing the yajna. Sea and ocean they are doing the yajna. Clouds are doing the yajna. Plants are doing the yajna. Animals are giving up their part to us. We are all receiving from all these sources. But if we just take all of these things and keep quiet and benefit from them and not do anything in return, then we are breaking the cycle. We should continue the cycle. We should be part of the cycle. We should not be the end of the cycle. We should be one point in this continuous cycle of yajna going on in nature. But we should not stop it and be the recipients all the time, not giving anything. That we should not do. That is explained in the 16th verse. First line.
Evam pravartitam chakram
Nanuvartayati hayaha
Nanuvartayati hayaha
Agayurindriyaramo
Agayurindriyaramo
Mogam partha sajivati.
Mogam partha sajivati.
So what Sri Krishna is saying in this sloka is, in this cosmic cyclic phenomenon of yajna, every part of nature is doing its part to give up something it has, without seeking anything in return. The sun is doing something, moon is doing something, earth is doing something, water is doing something, clouds are doing something, every part of plants are doing their thing, animals are doing their thing. Now we are a part of this cycle because we benefit from all these things in nature. If I break the cycle, if I am always receiving but not giving anything, then I am being sinful. Agha means sin. Evam pravartitam chakram yaha na anuvartayati. That person who does not conform and continue the cycle, whatever I receive from one end, I should give on the other end. This much came into my life in this form, I use it. In some other form, I give that much back to the nature. Then I am continuing the cycle, I am a part of the cycle. But if we receive all the benefits from other people, not only nature, from other people also, all the benefits come to me. I keep all of those things, enjoy them, and then not giving anything at all. If we do that one, I am leading a sinful life. Aghayuhu indriya rama. Only enjoying the sense pleasures. Even at a human level, disregarding for the time being rest of nature. Many people play a part to make everything possible in our lives. Don't they? If you think about it. The clothes we wear, how many people put their time, labor and skill and knowledge to make this possible and make it available to me. Somebody actually bought it, paying the money and gave it to me free and put color also. What I'm doing, I'm wearing it nicely. Oh, I'm a Swami, I've got Gerva color. Now, if I stop there, I'm doing the right thing. And likewise, otherwise, food. So many people toil day and night to prepare the manufacture, to grow the food, process it, transport it, giving it to me and feeding it to me. Swamiji, please, here is meal, free meal for you. Only Swamis get free meals in America. Now, if I eat all the food, nice food that you people give, and they stop the yajna cycle there, I'm doing the right thing. I cannot give food to other people, I cannot give clothes to other people, but I can give something else. I don't have to give exactly the same thing, then I don't need it. I have to use those things, I use those things given by other people, just only are confining our attention to the people for the time being. And in turn, in my turn, I must give something that I have that might be beneficial to you. To you means me, I'm getting food from you, but I'm giving something else to him or her. It doesn't have the same. Because cycle has to be continued. I should not break the cycle, that's what he says. Evam pravartitam chakram. Chakra means cycle. This yajna in nature is a cosmic cyclic phenomenon. And we are a part of it. We should not be the end of it. Only the recipient and not givers. That we should not be. If we do that, then we are breaking the cycle. Then we are not doing the right thing. We are being sinful. Agayurindriya ramo saha mogam jivati. Moga means in vain, purposeless life. Only receiving and not giving. What is the purpose served by such a life? We have to give something. Whatever we have, we can give. That we have to give. We cannot be like the sun. We are human beings. The sun is the sun. Only one sun is there. There are trillions of us. Billions of us. So anyway, looking at this picture, any person who only receives things from other people, from nature, from other people, from animals and plants, and does not give anything in return to any of these things. For animals, you have to give something, be kind to them, give them some food or donation to animal shelters, or take care of abandoned animals, injured animals. You have to do something. Whatever is possible, everybody cannot do the same thing to the same extent. Or I cannot do anything for animals, or I do something for people, or do something for plants. In some way, shape or other, I must continue the cycle of receiving and giving. Then I am in good shape. I am doing the right thing. But if I only receive and if I don't give, become very selfish person, then I am being a sinful person. Aghayuhu indriya ramaha saha mogham jivati. Mogha means purposeless, vain. In vain that person lives. Of no use to anybody. Yajna shishta shinasanto Muchyante sarva kilbishai Bhunjate te tvagam papa Ye pachantyatma karanat. Santaha means good people. Santa means a good person. Santa also means a saint. Now we can all be santas. We don't have to be great saints, but we can be decent people. We can try to be decent people. What is the test of decency in this context? Is to do yajna. Not being a selfish person, always receiving but not giving. That is not doing the right thing. A santa in this context means one who offers whatever he or she has or can and takes the leftover as prasada. Supposing you cook some food in your home and some homeless person is there, or hungry person is there, or a guest comes, or someone, or an animal is there, cow or dog or bird. You give some part of it to that bird, animal, or that hungry person or guest or whoever. And then whatever is left, the giving is yajna, not expecting anything in return. Whatever is left, that you partake of, then you are doing yajna. Then you are being a santa. So that is what is explained here. Yajna shishta shinaha santaha. Those people who eat what remains after offering something as yajna. Eating means not only food, anything that we use. If you have 3 items, 3 numbers of something, 1 item, and give 1 away in charity, you use it 2 for you. Then you are doing yajna. Some part of what we have you give, remaining part you use after giving. This becomes prasada, yajna shishta. Yajna shishta means, shesha means remaining, shishta means that which has remained. After doing yajna, after giving whatever remains, that is yajna. So what people do, I have seen, here also, I don't know if they do, but in India they definitely do. When they sit down for meals, when the food is served, they don't start eating right away. They say some grace, some Savanamavatu or Brahmarupananda, something or some language. Different languages have different shlokas. They say that, and then they take 1 handful of food, rice or something, and keep it aside. Then, other remaining item in food on the plate they will eat. Afterwards, they take the saved food, 1 morsel, 1 handful, give it to the birds or cow or dog or any animal or anything. Better way is to give first and then eat. I know some people who take some food from their plate before eating the first morsel, go out and keep it there for birds or dogs. In this country, dogs don't eat. Comes like that. In India, you can expect, or stray cows. But birds come. Bird feed you can put. Doesn't have to be from your plate. You put bird feed first. Then you eat your breakfast. You say, this is what I can offer. Birds will come and eat the bird feed. That is yajna. That is yajna shishta ashinaha. Ashina means those who eat. What eating? Yajna shishta. Remaining after doing yajna, after giving. Santaha. They are decent people, good people. Yajna shishta ashina santo. What happens to them? Sarva kelbishaihi muchyate. Muchyante. They become freed from all impurities. Mental impurities. Their minds become clear. Sattvic. By doing this yajna. It can be done in small, it doesn't have to be on a big scale. In whatever way we can. Sarva kilvishayi muchyante. However, there is a tu there. Tu agam. Agam means what? Sin. We saw earlier. Agam. Te agam, te papa agam bunjate. Ye Atma Karanat Pachanti. Pachanti means they cook food. Atma Karanat means for their own sake only. I am one person, I only make enough food for one person. Because I don't have to give to anybody, anything to anybody. If a person only cooks for food for oneself and does not share anything, food is symbolic, anything. Clothes also, time also, energy, whatever, or skill. There is something called Shramadan. If somebody, neighbor, is wanting to move his furniture, you go and give a hand. Don't expect anything from him. Don't expect to be paid for that. You just say, hey, can I help you? Yes, that is yajna. It doesn't have to be on a grand scale, on a visible scale, on something material. In many, many ways we can do that. Ye pachanti atma karana, those who cook for their own sake, Te adam bundate. Te papa. Papa means sinful people. Adam bundate. They eat their own sins. That means they are not doing the right thing. So what is to be done? We have to share. If you go to the previous sloka, 12th sloka, Ishtan bhogan hivo deva
Ishtan bhogan hivo deva
dasyante yajna bhavitah
dasyante yajna bhavitah
dairdattana pradayebhyo
Taidaddhana pradayayyo
yo bhunte stena eva saha.
yogam tesena eva sama.
Here, Devaha are you. Deva means gods. The word Deva also means nature, the presiding deities. Sun is a Deva, moon is a Deva, wind is a Deva, water is a Deva. They are also called Deva. So all of these elements in nature, they are always giving us things. Without their help, we cannot live, even for a moment, without the 5 elements feeding us all the time. So, Devaha dasyante, ishtan bhogan dasyante. Whatever we need, they provide. Most essential thing is air. For breathing oxygen, air provides, nature provides. Trees provide. Trees release, take away carbon dioxide and give us oxygen. So they are giving us. See how plants are helping people in an unselfish manner. So we should take care of plants. Instead of killing all the trees indiscriminately, we should plant trees. And then if there are trees and plant saplings, we should take care of them. Give them water and fertilizer or whatever we can. Yajna bhavitaha. Nourished by sacrifices. So we have to give something back to nature. At least we should not cause harm to nature. I've seen some people in this country, if you go for a walk in the park, there are some usually older people, not younger people, usually. Younger people can also be older people. They put on a pair of gloves and they have a grocery, some bag in their hand. They pick up all the trash and put it in their bag and then they put it in the trash can. These are not paid employees. These are just regular citizens like you and me. Why do they do that one? Because it is their yajna. They are giving their time. I've seen that many people do this way. They just pick up the trash, collect it in a bag and then tie it nicely, and when the trash can is there, they put. Other people have put the trash there. And these people pick them up. The government does not employ them or pay them money. They are volunteers. They like to do it. That is yajna, you see. And Mother Earth, they are serving her. Other people are putting dirt on the Mother, Deva, Devata, Mother Earth. And these people are cleaning that one, so they are serving her. So if we give things to nature, nature gives us back to us. Thus we are nourished. The Devas, nourished by sacrifices, will give you the enjoyments you seek. Tairdattan, the gift that we get from nature, Taihi means by the Devaihi, by this nature. By receiving the gifts given by nature, water, sun, air, moon, earth, etc., we get all the gifts. Earth gives us all the plants, nourishment for us, and supports us. Receiving all the gifts given by nature, and then not giving them back, apradaya, not returning anything to anybody or anything. They, such people, yo bhumte sah stena eva. Stena means what? Stena means a person who only receives, not only from nature, from other people, from animals, from plants, from nature. only receives and does not give anything back, simply enjoys, such a person is a thief. Tairdattana pradayayabhyo yo bhunte stena eva saha. So that is the concept of yajna. In what way each one of us can do, we have to think. We don't have to do like somebody else does. It is whatever is convenient for you, in any way, shape or form. Anything at all that we can give. Good thoughts, small help, a little bit here and there. Giving some time, giving some shramdam, some skill. Like that. Somebody is painting the house, you go and lend a hand. If you don't know how to paint, just be there, take some pizza. Yajna, like that. You can be very creative in doing this yajna. In your own way, you can think of new ways of doing it. The idea, the thought is what really matters. So we have studied the concept of yajna. We will stop here. And on a Sunday afternoon, all of you have come. That gives me great joy. And that makes my visit something to look forward to every month. Really.